Okay, now we are entering into some more interesting things. So this section is called conditions. This is not something official. This is just how I have distributed all the functions, or how I have divided different functions in different sections. So last was for section called text. This is for section called conditions. Now we'll start with if, and with the practice you will realize that why it is called conditions. Let us take example over here. Equal to if, it takes first is logical expression, which you will learn with experience how to write logical expression. It's not very tough, it's like pretty straightforward. The next argument after comma is what to do if the value is true. After comma, what to do if the value is false. So for example, we say if 8 is greater than 10, then write this is false, else write this is true. So if 8 is greater than 10, in fact, my bad, forget what I said, right? Just forget it. Let's say I write over here equal to if this number is greater than 10, then we say 2 digits, else 1 digit. Now if I write over here as 12, this says 2 digits. So how it is working? This is called the logical condition, logical expression, sorry. So logical expression is if B4 is greater than 10, is 12 greater than 10? Yes. If it is correct, then only this gets executed and this is ignored. So in this case, this got executed and we have the answer called 2 digits. If we make this as 7, then first it went here and check is B4 greater than 10, and the answer was obviously no, because 7 is not greater than 10. So the system ignored whatever is written over here and executed this one and simply printed 1 digit. Let us implement this in some examples. Let us go to some data set and what we can do is come on man, don't do like this. Let us hide all that we did right now. QR. So what I did do is I click on Q, press shift, right, R is selected, right, S is selected, T, U, right click and hide. Also hide all of these things. This is also to be hidden, and make this column smaller. Okay. Now what I want to do is, if this amount is less than 0, actually it's all less than 0. This is also not good idea. Let us say I want to distribute this entire category into two parts. Either it is charity or it is non-charity. So what I'll write, I say header is charity or no charity. So I say equal to if this is equal to charity. Remember, in the entire Google Sheet, whenever you are writing any string, it has to be in double quotes. So if C2 equal to charity, this is my logical expression, then what you do? You print charity. Charity. In all other cases, you print no charity. And if you drag this all down, see charity, no charity, no charity. If something is charity, it will show as like this one is charity, this is charity. Now, for example, you had a case where if you want to find sum of all the non-charity category, so it would have been very difficult to write sum if, because there is not one category that you want to sum if. It can also be auto and gas, it can be also a mortgage, it can be paycheck, it can be anything. So what we do, first we convert that into either charity or no charity. Now you can very easily apply sum if on this condition. For example, if you want to find the sum of amounts for all non-charity. Now this is very easy because you have one column that says charity or no charity and you have one column that says amount. Let's do one more example of if statement somewhere in our initial data. Let us hide all that we did from here to here. Right click and hide column. Delete this. Okay, now what we want to see is if the rating is greater than 3.5, we make this as a good restaurant. If it is less than 3.5, we make it as a not good. So what we write over here, good, not good, make it smaller, and we say equal to if rating is this, if this is less than 3.5, or no, if it is greater than 3.5, comma, this is my logical expression, and then we write if it is true, then what you should do, you should say good, else you should say not good, and then we drag this down. Now let us see what happens if there is blank. Now this also prints not good because it checks is B3 greater than 3.5. Obviously it was not the case because B3 was blank. So whatever happens, if it is not greater than 3.5, then it is going to print this. So that's why it printed not good, although there is no rating over here. Control Z. Okay. So this is very basic use of if. We are going to use more and more complicated if statements. Right now let us finish all the basic functions and then we'll see how we can use multiple functions in one formula, multiple functions in one cell. Next is if error. Let us go back to this. Remember we did something called find. So over here this is good and we want to find equal to find search for bad, text to search is this. Now this gave some error. Anything that you say that you see starting from a hash is called an error. Error can be of any type. Now this gave error because bad is not found over here. I want to make a system that if it gets error, it should not show. If it doesn't find, it should not give me an error, but it should print something. So what we do is whatever this functions we have, we are going to wrap this up inside something called if error. So let's say first what if error takes, equal to if error. First it takes the value and then it says what to do if this value is an error. So let me write it first and then we'll discuss it. It say if error, comma, not found. How this works is the first parameter is to see the value. Now since this is returning find bad in D2, this is returning an error. This function says if this returns something which is not an error, then simply print that. In case this value is an error, then do this. Now for example, if I change this bad to good, paused the video for some time because the barking sound was becoming too loud. So what I was explaining is what if error does. If this value, which is the first parameter of if error, now going forward you will realize that we are using functions inside functions. So this was one formula that we have written, find good in D2. Now we have put this entire thing as the first argument of if error. So the first argument of if error is find this. If this returns a value which is not an error, it simply prints whatever it is. In case there is an error in this, then instead of printing error, it actually prints this. Instead of giving error as an output, this is the output. This can be anything, like not necessarily you want to print not found. You can do some different kind of functions over here as well that we will see as we proceed. So if error is a very good function. Let us use it somewhere to find the charity stuff. we had written if C2 equal to charity, then print charity, else no charity. We can also convert it to find charity, text to search is this one, and say if we drag this down, there is no value, so it is giving error. So over here we can write if error. So in this value, if you get any kind of error, then what you should do? You should write no charity. And when we drag this down, if it is charity, the value is 1. If it is not a charity, then the value is no charity. We can also do one more thing. You see, the result of this entire thing is either 1 or no charity. If found, it returns 1. If not found, it returns no charity. So what we'll do is we'll put everything inside an if statement. If this entire thing is equal to 1. Remember the logical expression that we write? If something is equal to something or less than, greater than. So this entire thing, if this entire thing is equal to 1, then print charity, else no charity. Now instead of getting 1, we are getting charity, and if it is not a charity, we get no charity. Now you see, this is, although it looks very complicated, if you break it and start one by one, first we wrote this, find charity in C2, then we pass this entire formula as an argument to if error, so that this became if error something, comma, what if the value is error. Then we pass the entire thing as the first argument of if statement. If the entire thing is equal to 1, then charity. If not, then no charity. As we proceed, as we do more functions, you will see more such complex scenarios, but these complex functions return the result which is very human friendly, which is very useful. So we know what is if error. Let us pause over here and continue in the next video.